Have you ever handed a woman a big stack of cash and gotten a raised eyebrow instead of a smile? It's wild, but money alone isn't what really makes her heart race. In fact, relationship advice experts say that women often crave deeper, more personal gestures than any paycheck can buy. Today, I'm breaking down 5 things she secretly loves more than your wallet. Buckle up, because this eye-opening dating tips guide will flip everything you thought you knew about female behavior on its head. Imagine this scene. She's quietly stressed at home, juggling work and life, and you step in to help without being asked. That simple act says more than words ever could. When you actively choose to show up for her, whether it's doing the dishes she hates or planning her favorite date night, you send a clear message. You pick her. As one relationship counselor puts it, when we feel chosen, we feel loved. In other words, a woman doesn't just want you to stick around by default, she wants to know you still want to be there with her. Building that feeling of choice is all about everyday actions. It's called positive sacrifice in psychology, doing the little things that put her first. Research highlights that these small, consistent sacrifices have a huge impact on intimacy and trust. For example, remember Megan from the counseling office who said the day her husband held up clothes in an H&M dressing room, she knew he really cared. Those aren't grand gestures by Hollywood standards, but to her it said, "I choose you." Over time, this reliable choice-making, even in tiny moments like a morning coffee just the way she likes it, really cements the message, "You matter to me." Don't just think about the big splashy gift. Look for the micro moments. Carry her bags, cook her a simple dinner without prompting, or leave a note on her mirror. These show that, even in small ways, you're still choosing her. Feeling chosen builds vulnerability and trust, the foundation of real intimacy. And when she knows she's chosen, that means way more to her than any fancy trinket. Now, what happens after you've made her feel chosen? You need to make her feel safe emotionally. Emotional safety is like the oxygen of love. Without it, connection dries up. Psychology Today notes that without emotional safety, you can't love well or even live well. If you don't feel emotionally safe when you're with someone, you can't feel close. If she's afraid you'll shut her down or mock her feelings, she won't open up. Think about it this way. Women often have bigger emotional lightning bolts. She might get upset over something that seems small to you. Instead of rolling your eyes, meet her with calm empathy. Show her that when she vents or cries, you listen and comfort, not lecture. Use your emotional intelligence. Validate her feelings. "I see that made you really angry," rather than "you're overreacting." Those words can be as powerful as any romantic kiss. Practical tip: ask gentle questions and give reassuring body language. Saying something like, "I'm here for you," or "you can tell me anything," in a non-judgmental tone conveys safety. When she knows your arm is around her, even in her vulnerable moments, she won't feel the need to hide behind walls. In short, emotional safety lets her relax and be fully herself with you. And a woman values that security far more than a new pair of shoes. Every woman wants to feel truly heard by her partner. It's not enough to just listen with your ears. She needs to know you really understand her. Think of the classic book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. It drives home that communication in relationships is key. So pay attention. Put away your phone. Give her your undivided attention. Everyone wants to feel heard in their relationship, your partner included. And being a good listener is an important social skill that nurtures social connections. In other words, when you listen and respond thoughtfully, she feels important. Ask follow-up questions. How did that make you feel? Or what do you think you'll do next? Paraphrase what she says to show you're tracking her thoughts. Even if you're a man who solves problems, sometimes she just wants validation, not a fix. By actively seeing and acknowledging her world, her work stress, her hobbies, her dreams, you make her feel valued. When she's speaking, nod, make eye contact, and occasionally summarize. It sounds like that meeting really frustrated you. This kind of empathetic communication in relationships speaks volumes. It says, "I care about what you care about." And that deep sense of being seen and heard, it's a gift that money simply can't replace. Here's one.
Be the guy she can count on every single day. Consistency builds trust like nothing else. A marriage coach explains it plainly. Being predictable and doing what you say builds peace and trust, while being flaky or unpredictable breeds doubt and anger. If you tell her you'll call at 9 p.m., call at 9 p.m. If you promise help, follow through. Over time, every time you do what you said, she learns he means it when he says it. Researchers have even studied this. One study found that people subconsciously trust someone more when that person's behavior is consistent, and even a few inconsistencies can shake that trust. In practical terms, don't say, "I'm coming," and then fade away without notice. And if life intervenes, just communicate honestly.
Imagine the opposite. You're hot and cold, sometimes romantic, sometimes distant. That feels unsafe. Instead, be the steady presence. Text a good morning every day, keep date night plans, and be emotionally reliable. These aren't sexy actions, but they are powerful signals of commitment. They tell her that even when life's mundane, you're someone she can rely on. And trust us, trust and peace of mind she gets from your consistency will outshine any fancy night out. Finally, respect her. Everywhere, always. This might seem obvious, but many guys slip up here. Respect isn't just saying "yes, dear" in private. It's treating her with dignity in front of friends, family, and colleagues too. Never put her down or make jokes at her expense, especially in public. As a relationship guide notes, publicly humiliating or belittling your partner is a clear sign of a lack of respect. Such behavior can erode trust and damage the emotional well-being of both individuals. So notice the little things. Introduce her proudly, speak positively about her accomplishments, and defend her if others make a snide remark. Even subtle disrespect, checking your phone when she's talking, or rolling your eyes, communicates, "I'm not fully valuing you." Instead, show admiration. For example, say, "I'm so proud of how hard you worked on that project," or simply give her a genuine compliment in front of others. Respect in private matters too. Talk to her like an equal, thank her for what she does, and never dismiss her feelings. If you must give constructive feedback, do it gently and one-on-one. Building that mutual respect, both behind closed doors and when everyone is watching, signals to her that she matters to you on a fundamental level.
There you have it. 5 things she secretly cherishes more than money: feeling chosen, emotional safety, being seen and heard, consistency, and respect. These aren't just nice words. They're actionable relationship advice you can use right now. Let me know which point surprised you the most in the comments below. If you found value in this and want more insights on male psychology, understanding women, and communication in relationships, hit that like button and subscribe for weekly dating tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.